And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here at Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Number 14 on the return.
For LaShawn McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Allen off the play fake. Dancing to his left. They will power through. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First carry for Chris Ivory. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have pride in their performance.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Hey, hey, hey. We got 4. Strong right, strong right, strong right. All right, here we go.
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. 23 yards on the play.
Leopard! No, check. Patriot! Over!
They'll try and run it with McCoy. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Kickoff return, 6 yards. Number 42, long return.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Gun! Detroit! I'm scared.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. And Hill running right through it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We got four. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. I got him. Motion. Pop. Gun. 52's the mic, boys. 52. 3 buzz.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. I'm coming after you. Gun.
On second down, here's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. and let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Gone! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! Gone!
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Leopard! Hot!
This give is to McCoy. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabal Sheard able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Here we go now. Detroit! 3-19! Lucky 56!
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Leopard!
Tight is right. 3 down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Check 26.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Trent Murphy in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He won it 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Curley. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out of the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. He rifles one. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Leopard! Leopard!
4 down! Alert!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield, otherwise that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! Detroit! 3-19!
Check 52's the mark.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Pass incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alert! 3 down! Check 9!
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Let him know!
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's more. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deion Kane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had a coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
You got three down.
Now let's go. 3, now look at 56. 3.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Hey, now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Gun!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a carry from Mack. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
4 down, 4 down.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3-19.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bills will take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Curley. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
4 down, 4 down.
Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Mack. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Watching that body! Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis.
Nice pick, nice pick.
Leopard! Leopard!
Tight ends on the loose.
10th carry now for McCoy. Big hold of the 30. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. He's at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again and again.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than it is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
49, guys. Mike.
On second down, Jackson. Looking outside, that's caught by Moore. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Able to find Deion Kane complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Gun!
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of receiver Moore. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides and that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, they're working on it for a little bit.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage
now,
until the ball moves.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive
Here we
moving.
go now. 3-19. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, check that. We don't like Detroit!
Jackson on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Come to my world. 52's the mic. Watch.
On third down, Jackson.